was that?
Who's there? I see someone.
I've got you covered. Someone's here.
Huh? Found them!
No, not lost, sir. She's dead.
Tragic. Truly tragic. But they say the desert kills the weak.
My God, man, she was one of yours. Cousin, even.
I am in deep mourning, sir. Rumors of disloyalty buzzed around her like blowflies, but now, who's to say? Certainly not her.
My one pleasure in this hell is knowing that you're trapped here with me.
A momentary setback, I assure you.
Even your Harkonnen masters find you insufferable, Maxim. You're down here forever.
Tell me, dear Anton, what's it like being the handkerchief your superiors use to wipe the gore off Shining Atreides' honor?
Let's settle this.
Gladly.
By the laws of Canley.
By the laws of Canley.
By the laws of Canley.
Another innocent traveller, like every other scoundrel here. Got my eye on. Friendly banter ain't worth the spit it costs in the gap. Get tough. And I was hoping to retire 10 years ago. Name's Tig. I run this hellhole. Any other burning questions? Used to run spies for the Arks. Got tired of them. Got tired of taking orders. Sandflies wanted me, but I can't stomach their muling politics. Who? Not what. Lazy bastards, a lot of them. Holed up in the shield wall. Want to wage without doing the work. Give the rest of us Duners a bad name. You think an old-timer like me can't tap a keg? I do just fine. That's a might pretty way to say criminals. In here, they're meek as mice. I got the only spy spear in the gap, so behooves them to behave. Sure. Some of them get to leave. Don't give a spit about accumulating Solaris. Just want my own place. To be left alone. Yet you desert fleas keep occasioning me to scratch. Course you do. I call it the anvil, because of the hammer. Only joke I ever made. If it's perishable, I don't stock it. That's all there is to tell. Yet, you got more questions. It was always nice and quiet around here. Back when the Fremen were at Mirzabah. Nobody dared come near. But then the Sardaukar ruined everything. The pogrom that gutted the Fremen like animals. After that, the bandits all came crawling out of their holes. Now look at this place. It's packed. Can't well leave these cutthroats to starve, can I? They're regulars. Besides, who'd be fool enough to take over this den of thieves from me? Spread slander like that and you best make peace with your tongue. Guess that's not illegal. The Vermilius Gap? I ain't no mentat, but this desert and I are on intimate terms. Oh, that's because of the iron. Used to be a big industry here for it. You can still see some of the old rigs. Long, long ago, before the spice craze. Used to be the Fremen owned this patch of sand, till the Emperor had them all killed. That's when the blasted Kirabs slinked in. Most of them, sure. They'd rather die young, knife in hand. Older I get, the more sense I see in that. All of them, though? No. They're a tenacious lot. Scavengers turned bandits. Got to figure in slitting throats was the more reliable work. They rove in small nomadic bands. Well, they're rat bastards, but they're paying customers. We have a deal. They operate in the area, but cause no trouble here. Don't want to talk about it. Best quiet that question, lest you like a sucking chest wound. There's them two staring daggers at each other yonder. Spycraft recruiters for the Atreides in Harkonnen. Passive aggression makes me nethers itch. I appreciate the sycophancy. You take me for a tour guide. See that big rock shaped like a hammer? That's Mirzabar. Great view. Start there. See what you can figure out. Still alive? Not too bad. We had a bet going.
Someone new. Are you, by chance, looking for banter or legal advice? You may call me Amadi Ikeni. I serve the interests of House Tseda on Arrakis. I, myself, am from the minor house of Ikeni. We are a Tseda House minor, and a very specialized one at that. House Ikeni acts as the sole legal representatives of the Tsedan Royal. We specialize in imperial law as it pertains to the governing of houses and the conduct of nobility. We defend the Tsedan name. There are many who find House Tseda peculiar. Certainly the least conventional of the great house. Is there anything else you'd like to know about me? The Anvil is a unique melting pot where enemies gather together. And what a fine place to offer legal advice, where even the most aggrieved parties not only share the same room, but must remain civil. Many see Tseda as the least conventional of the great houses. The unenlightened, in truth, we rose in power too quickly, occasioning the other houses to form weedy Several houses formed an anti-Tsedan league, disseminating malicious propaganda which haunts our image. But we march on. House Tseda is the forerunner in legal consultation in the Empire. From land, our unparalleled mastery of law is sought out for criminal proceedings.
Do you aspire to contribute to something bigger than yourself? Care to join the right side of this war? I am Anton Tolliver. I serve proudly as a soldier for House Atreides. However, my superiors deem me useful for more subtle operations. My house seeks assets in this wretched war of assassins. I prefer open conflict, but my Duke needs me here. Trust is not an easy thing in a war of assassins, but I have a task that needs doing. Complete it. One of our undercover agents went missing. I fear Maxim is on to him. Bring me him, or information on what became of him. That's not important right now. Finding him quickly is. Find the agent. I'm pleased to see you again. Duke Leto is the paragon example of all we stand for. strength with wisdom, justice with generosity, steel with compassion. Everything Arrakis needs. Ours is a noble house, not only in blood, but in loyalty and honor. We've defended these values all the way back to ancient Greece on Old Terra. Then perhaps you are just the sort we're looking for. We endure as the antithesis. The Harkonnens have no honor, no values, no redeeming qualities. Their recruiter over there is these Samuda-addicted freaks will lie to you, exploit you, and throw your used husk aside when they're done. You have my word. I am of House Atreides. There is no call I do not answer. There is no faith that I betray. My roots stretch back to the ancient mythologies of Earth. Aye, ancient stories go down sweeter than the bitter present. Look over at my counterpart, Maxim. That vulgar, avaricious addict. Squatting like a scheming toad. I aspire to be everything that he is not. Any other questions? Very little of my time is free. I devote myself towards ending the war of assassins, at least. Though I sometimes listen to Communinet broadcasts. The Atreides broadcasts. After everything I've seen on Arrakis, the serials ring naive to me, but the poetry still strums something in my soul.
Can I fly you somewhere today?
Don't know you from Adam. Slag off. Well, you look more capable than the average scum. This war of assassins has a way of making people into victims or victors. Which are you, I wonder? Pardon me, living in the heat and lingering Fremen stink erodes civility. I am Levenbrak Maxim Kazmir, intelligence officer of Great House Harkonnen. We Harkonnen believe in power and hierarchy. The strong prevail and free the weak from agency, delivering them to glorious submission. Which are you? Arrogance. I like that. It is the precursor to success. Or, regardless, you seem shrewder than my Atreides counterpart over there. Look at that poor lumpling, waiting for a pat on the head from his masters. I'd call him a typical Atreides hypocrite. But dear Anton lacks the depth for hypocrisy. He truly believes the fairy tales his house spoon-feeds him. As I said, I am Levenbrek Maxim Kazmir, an intelligence officer of the Great House Harkonnen. And I'll tell you a secret. I do not belong here. Success breeds envy. My wild success breeds wildly envious peers. Their petty schemes have temporarily lowered me into this grubby purgatory. This is temporary. It's good for me. While they grow lazy above, I hone my craft below, collecting diamonds in the rough among this criminal scum. They say it was my excesses that brought me low. Lies. My hungers make me great. An army marches on its stomach. Ambition and excellent taste in benefactors. You and I are destined to be friends. Have I sated your curiosity in me? That's the trick. I'm never not scheming. But you refer to leisure. I enjoy the occasional Communanet broadcast, particularly the Man Trap. A glorious combination of survival and spectacle. This year's competition is fierce. My wagers are already placed. I may have some insight. But enough about me. Let us talk of opportunity. Brazen and eager. You see, my job, my last... The Atreides agent is the thing. Bring me all... Perhaps Anton was sloppy in contacting his agent. And perhaps I spied on him. But if he's on the move, we must hurry. We must hurry. Find information regarding the Atreides agent, and you'll find our favor.
Reveal yourself.
I see someone.
Who's that?
Right your back!
Can I fly you somewhere today? Music to my ears. Where do you want to go? Atreides and their war levies. Look, I can get you there, but I want a little extra for the trip. All right, suit yourself. Music to my ears. Well, the Harkonnens love their docking fees. All right, suit yourself. Music to my ears. Where do you want to go? Atreides and their war levies. Look, I can get you there, but I want a little extra for the trip. All right. Thopter's on the roof. Let's go visit the Red...
Greetings. I trust I need no introduction. Listen now to the words of Haldebor Desio. We are the musician kings and queens. Our voices cause even the mute vacuum of space to quake. From our beauteous homeworld of Chusuk, we cultivate an oasis for the arts, culture, and learning. Our founder, Francesco Verota, raised us from humble instrument makers to a minor house under Padishah Emperor Almarak III. We arrested the Siridar earldom of Chusuk from House Mandivold in the 9th millennium. We seized the day. We charmed destiny itself. You preach to the heavenly choir, my friend. You may tell your chums that you have met a god, for you have been in the presence of Haldebor Desio, the one and only. Yes. Yes. 'Tis I. Your taste and knowledge are both impeccable. A person can be more than one thing. I myself am a multitude.
Keep your distance. We can converse at arm's length. What do you want?
Welcome. How may I assist you? Of course. Wait a moment. Is this a test? Is corporate checking up on me? Are you with the Committee on Interstellar Trafficking, or did Lady Neveldine put you up to this? It's the Committee on Interstellar Traffic and Trade, which you would know if you were on it, which you are not. So buy something a pound sand. You sell yourself short, friend. Why settle for subsistence when you can positively thrive and I'm glad you asked. Of course, the answer is our engineers have created the most portable, adaptable, and malleable construction system in the known universe. Our designs are informed by nearly 10 millennia of planetological data, drawn from both Imperial and Old Empire sources. To begin with, our proprietary holographic construction visualizer allows users to preview building sections at full scale and in real time. It means you can custom fit your building layout to suit any terrain configuration. It means you can build anywhere. That, in combination with our Procyon 2 series Frontier modules, provides our users with every requirement of contemporary wilderness living. Hello again.
Grab your tickets, if you're brave enough. Closing thought. That's all for tonight, listeners. Remember, the desert is vast, the spice is precious, and survival is for the vigilant. Until next time, this is Kadeem Al.
You're not from around here. But then again, who among us really is? We all come to Arrakis for the same reason, no? Spice. Have you come for the spice? No one knows everything about Melange. Well, except for the Equan Bedouin, maybe. But they're gone now. After 30+ years running ornithopter support for deep desert harvesters, I know a thing or two. B Squadron, 1st Fleet, 3rd Deep Desert Fleet. They called us the Habanaya Hotheads. Our job was to fly high, search for worm sign, and give the command deck heads up before the Old Man arrived. The Old Man of the Desert, a.k.a. the Maker, a.k.a. the... you know, the 500-meter-long behemoths that haunt the sands of Arrakis. Danger don't cover it. If the worms don't, and if the sandstorms don't get you, the heat, the deep desert is no place for amateurs. Ah, it's you again. Come to share your secrets this time. What do you want to know? I like you, Off-Worlder. And I'll tell you anything and everything you want to know about spice hunting. On that subject, I've forgotten more than most will ever know. But indulge an old Dune man first, if you... An air of mystery surrounds you, Off-Worlder. It clings to you like a shroud. And the old snoop in me can't help but wonder how it is that you came to Arrakis. Your outlaw friend was right. Your continued survival does indeed herald interesting times. Now, do you wish to know about spice hunting? You can find spice almost anywhere on Arrakis. But take care before traveling beyond the shield wall. Even without the Fremen, there are many dangers that would destroy the unprepared. Now, you can find spice on, but the largest and richest spice fields are found in the deep deserts, far beyond the Imperial. Take care before traveling even without the Fremen. There are many dangers that would destroy the I'm retired now. That's when everything got The Spice Miners Guild should be above. We serve the Imperium. Our only loyalty should be to the spice flow. But like everything else, this war has a way of dividing loyalties. I know someone's got to win in the end. I guess the guild is just a little divided over who that should be. The smugglers. Easy. You know the old saying, anytime there's even a slight hiccup in the spice flow, the Spacing Guild, they'll do anything to guarantee their supply. Sometimes that means going around a chum and finding an off-book vendor. That's where the smugglers come in. They love this war. Chaos is their oxygen. It was time for a change, I suppose. Did a little horse trading and got myself an ornithop. Now I run Dune Riders, a charter service offering ornithopter excursions. I'm expensive, but I'm also the only You pay the ticket, I'll show you the biggie. I'll show you 14.5 million tons of mouth and teeth that'll swallow a 6-deck factory harvester like a sandstorm. My friend, we will gaze into the eye.
Sook! My friend, you buy some water. You buy water, yes? Are you kidding me? Am I wearing a red hat? Do I look like an Imperial translator to you? It means water in the old words. Exactly whose old words I cannot say. Now buy something or piss off. Who am I? Who are you? Do you work for the sheriff or something? If you must know, I am a water seller. Daimo Sharawi, Master and Gold Dip. A title, an honorific. It means I am a brother in good standing with you. Now are you going to buy something? Or are you wasting my time? You buy water, yes? Look, my friend, do you want to buy water or not? I have many important places to be. I don't know this science, you freak. It comes from the ice at the polar cap. What do you need to know? Where does your water come from? It comes from the water shippers. You know who they are? It's none of your business who they are. Now beat it before I
Hi. Is there something you need?
Oi, what's your poison? Ah, back so soon. You want to know about the upper level or lower? Oh, that's Lord Jim's domain. That's a realm apart. Not meant for us poor wretches of the lower orders to dwell in. Alistair Christian Chim, or Lord Chim as me and the lads call him. Master of the upper level and supreme. Colour Sergeant Justice Clack, retired. At your service. Oh, indeed it is. Not every military formation has colour sergeants. The Harks don't, and neither do the Sardaukar. But in it's the colour sergeant's inviolate duty to ensure it never does. Ah, no worries. As long as you remember that gratitude when it comes time for the gratuity. While we're on the subject of gratitude, I want to make a donation to our app. Every Friday we draw a house trooper's name from a hat and make that trooper happy. It means for the evening his or her food and drinks are paid for. Mate, all comes with sacrifice. We're waging an ancient battle against a foe with our beloved Duke. May not claim the vulgar riches our enemy does. But it's those virtues that nourish our spirits. Even if financial recompenses, we will get ours when the battle is won. We love our Duke. Love him. Like a father to us all. To a man. If we're asked to forego our wages to help the war effort, it's an easy sacrifice to make. History must know that righteousness won the day. Yeah? Well, officially, no. The Duke would never. That is why we, his true sons, forego our draw on a voluntary basis. Ah, no worries. Every Friday we... It means for... wouldn't that make you happy? Mate, all comes with sacrifice. How beloved. We love our... If we're asked, history mustn't... Oh, there are many of... I cannot comprehend a universe where goodness is the most... But you don't have to if you're the happy lad. As many as I bloody... I've shot them, stabbed them, bludgeoned them, blown them up. I've killed so many, my belt fell apart from... I'd kill them all if I could. Yeah, medically retired is what they call it. Turns out they like you to have not as my mother made them. Those I lost at the Battle of Arrakeen. These are a gift from the Duke by way of Dr. Yue and his... When the Arks first came for us, they thought their treachery had won the day. Fought it but we were waiting for them. Dug in like I gotta give it to the Arks. When they saw their gambit failed and the house shields were up, probably should have. But that ain't like the Arks. That first siege lasted 169 hours. 1 hour. By the time that last hour came, my 6-man colour guard was down to me, my Chome Regency pattern side sword in one hand, and the Atreides colours in the other. I held my position. And the Atreides colour, even after the detached house section of dying on. Suit yourself.
Yes. May I help you? Finally, someone with taste in this establishment. I hope you are staying around for my next set. That's what they tell me, but the truth is, the Atreides are losing the war, and they know it. Of course they are. War is all about economics, and I hear Lady Jessica is on a grand tour of the few remaining Atreides assets, and at the same time, the Harkonnen prepare to unveil Neo-Carthage, a monument to luxury and excess. Oh, don't be ridiculous. I am only pointing out the obvious. One cannot win a war if one cannot pay his troops. Oh, if I took a drink from every starstruck walk-up, I could open my own... Actually, I like that idea. Symphageous plays. Hopefully I would attract a better class of customers.
Who are you?
Promise? Very promising. Your deduction that I can offer this training is accurate. I compute your mind is ready for the rigors of my craft. Hasty! Too hasty! You must analyze yourself. You must see yourself as you would any stream of data. Solve the computation that is you. A time comes when the Proto-Mentat must learn what is being done. It may no longer be done to them. That time is the Mentat has to share in the choice of whether to continue or abandon the training. Only the potential Mentat can know. Take a moment. I require assistance. I was cast out by those whom I served. I was cast out by everyone. What? No. It is merely a thing that happened, a link in the chain of my personal history. Emotion does not come. The past is irrelevant. The present is the thing. Pathways to the future are the thing. I bide my time in these streets. The criminal underworld is a series of equations, like anything else. Applying my superior Mentat skills serves me. My syndicate grows. However, a rival, the Mobula gang, is causing problems. It's contaminating my equations. Find members of the Mobula gang. Extract useful data. Cause them calamity in the proper proportions. A Mentat learns that every human is a series of relationships. Remember, information is as important as injury. Once you know all the figures in someone's equation, you can...
Hello. May I help? None are barred from here. As long as you know your place and keep to it. Then it is not up here, friend. The lower level is for you. I am the assistant manager of the Solution Bull. As such, I have many duties, but I mostly handle security operation and perform also as the wines do. Not such a strange story. Boy grows up in a vineyard, boy go to fight in a op, and finally boy follows his liege to a desert hell world. A tale as old as time, eh? See. I served the Duke in the liberation of Ix and the raid on Gidi Prime before my time in the Iraqis campaign. I don't like to speak about Ix, but I will. Oren, my brother. We lose him at the retaking of the Grand Palace. Gurney Halleck, myself, and the Ixian prince in exile commandeer a suspenser barge and attack the Grand Palais from above. Meanwhile, Swordmaster Idaho. He lead the bulk of the Atreides forces in the main assault on the Palais front gates. Young Enzo was his official messenger boy, and wore the proper tabard to identify him as such, eh? The messengers are unarmed. The messenger tabard is meant to identify and protect its wearer from interference on the battlefield, eh? The forms of Canley are clear, but the forms were not obeyed. Standing in their way was Commander Kandog, the Bennett Lilacs, who were in disarray. Their authority collapsed entirely as the native Ixians began to rise up. The Sardaukar were outnumbered and had no reason to stay in the fight. Whatever intrigue the Emperor was involved with on Ix had surely been disrupted, if not... But The Sardukar do not surrender. Nor do they, it turns out, honor the forms of Kanli when they are, by all account. And so was caught by a dying Sardukar on Hardy's head. Touch up! I got the taste for killing Sardukar that day. An appetite I will never satisfy. The War Master, Gunny Halleck. He lead us on a raid against the Baron's secret. That one hurt the Baron where it hurt the most. The bottom line. And we all... But the best part was that the Baron could not go crying to the Emperor. Because I'm afraid operational security prevent me from discussing any aspect. I do. Of course I do. But Leto Atreides does not seek his vassals' love. Only their loyalty, and that might be why he is so loved. He cares more about doing the right thing than pleasing anyone.
Welcome to the Matador Room. I'm your host. The Arakeen jurisdiction ends at the top of the step. Beyond that line, there is only one rule. Mine. Misbehave. And I ring the bell twice. The first bell summons Ugo. Now, what are you having? Welcome back. Ugo Ferenzi, our resident doorman and wine steward. Ugo would welcome the conversation. His family tends one of the oldest vineyards on Caladan. They have casks dating back to the rule of Vorian Atreides. Few have, beyond a handful of academics and the ducal genealogist. He's been dead. He was a prominent military commander during the Butlerian Jihad. Indeed, he was actually there with Butler when the Jihad kicked. Welcome back. It means the Matador Room is my sovereign ground. I hold sway here. Welcome back. It is tradition for the male heirs of House Atreides to train and master a violent contest between men known as matadors and 600 kilos of raging bull. The old Duke, Paulus Atreides, was the last to pursue the sport, and he was a master. Doubtless the only way he'd want to go, but still, the young Duke lost his taste for the sport. This establishment is a shrine.
A good evening to you. Oh yes, well, while I do steer the wheel of many massive business ventures, my true skill and calling is...
Why is this person speaking with us? Portafoy, would you remove them from my sight? Wait. Portafoy, disregard last order. We must not physically harm the peasants. I can already hear grandmother's lecture in my head. It appears that now that I am Imperial Planetologist, it is unseemly to harm the paws, even just for fun. Very well, what do you want? Oh, nothing dramatic. He might have broken an arm or a collarbone. Perhaps a few errant teeth might have been deposited in the... Just a bit of light sport, you know. Usually I wake up, have some tea, and stand by as Portafoy ejects whatever riffraff I dragged into bed from the night before. Bless you for that, Portafoy. Of course, that's what you meant. But neither my sexual proclivities nor my professional requirements are any of your business. Why are you harassing me? Portafoy, prepare for action. Very well, what do you want? My credentials? My birthright is the only credential I need. I am grandnephew to the Padishah Emperor Shaddam Corino IV. I could have Portafoy kill you right here in the open, and nothing. Well, that's not completely true. Someone would have to clean you up. No, I didn't say that. Don't put words in... Did Fenrig put you up to this? Damn it, he knows I claim no authority here. Very well, what do you want? Oh, that's a story. He and his gang of Opichan thugs stalked and took me from my room at the academy. I was but a tadpole at 8 years old. I simply identified Portafoy as the dominant of his species and negotiated with him to betray the rest of his motley crew and take me home. He's been with me ever since. What a delightful topic of conversation. Perhaps you are worthy of dallying in my presence. I am Cyprian Io, Imperial Planetologist, as appointed by our Padishah Emperor. I have, after years of hardship, risen to my rightful station. Yes, I am quite the prodigy. I joined the Academy on Kaitane after my father made it clear that he would tolerate my ways no longer. At the Academy, I found the study of planetology rather simple. I barely studied, and yet I passed every exam, sometimes without even showing up. And my brilliance as a scholar was rewarded with this posting. Imperial Planetologist of Arrakis. My orders signed by the Emperor himself.
What? I see no cup in your hand, so why are you in my presence? Are you dumb as well as deaf? Go find my tea before you taste the back of my hand. All you pores look the same. Do you expect me to tell you apart? I don't even know why they bother to give your kind names. You don't name a broom or a shovel, do you? Now piss off.
Are you from the planetologist office? I'm getting rather annoyed. Wait, I can't hear you at all. Allow me to engage my enhanced hearing. Only thing the bloody Tlilaxu are good for. There. Now, tell me again. Are you from the planet? My grandson Cyprian is the Imperial Planetologist here. He is the Imperial Planetologist here on Arrakis. Are you from his office? I must know if he has made time for his love letters, you fool. We've been over this before. How else is he supposed to rule the Atreides girl? The boy can barely write his name. As discussed previously, we three have authored the letters, and it is up to Cyprian to personalize and sign them. A small task. Even for him, the Atreides girl will not be able to resist. Yes. Yes. Has he signed them?
Hello? Are you the server? I would like to change my order. Would you be a dear and see if you could change my beverage order from spiced coffee to tea?
Welcome back.
Very well, what do you want? Have you? And yet somehow you still possess your fingers and toes. Well, Grandmama must be getting... What did Grandmother want, pray tell? Aristae Atreides. How I am sick of that name. As if a match was ever possible. For one, she dresses like an ugly boy. Desert khaki was never in. And two, my grandmother knows well the direction in which my tastes lie. And it is not towards mousy Bene Gesserits or anyone else that smells like books.
Are you from the planetologist office? I'm getting rather annoyed. Wait, I only think that there, my grandson Cyprian is the imperial planetologist here. He is the... Are you from his love letters, you fool? We've been over this before. How else is he... As discussed a small task, yes. Are you from the planetologist office? I'm getting rather... Wait... Only there. My grandson Cyprian is the Who are you? My grandson? Well, you should bloody well know. Then why are we...
Apologies, but I am only authorized to deal with officials of House...
You strike me as someone with something to offer the great House Wallach. I have a sense for these things. My name is Vera Vogel. I proudly serve the needs of the Landsraad envoys of House Wallach here on Arrakis. I'd ask you to tell me about yourself, but I'm already learning a great deal about you as we speak. Enough to know you offer a rare sort of danger or benefit. I would like to explore the latter. Not as such, but you have a good eye. I received some training from a Bene Gesserit. House Wallach enjoys a close relationship with the Sisterhood. Many find our association with the Bene Gesserit to be mysterious, and far be it from me to spoil such mystique. Our motto is God, Imperium, House. We enjoy a rich history as renowned conquerors. House Wallach attained its name and titles 5 millennia ago. The House's founder was a former Bursik general of the Imperial Sardaukar. To this day, scions of Wallach are sent to be trained by the Sardaukar. House Wallach was once preoccupied with the glory of battle, but has mellowed in recent history, taking a more nuanced approach. There is no better place to perch and sample the intrigues of this contentious planet.
You were expected. Don't look so shocked. As the Duke's master of assassins, I must know the movement of every grain of sand in Arrakeen. You are free to roam the city as you please. Cause no trouble, and you'll never have to acquaint yourself with the more disturbing aspects of my title.
Say, stranger, how about staking a broken-down old trooper to a Solari or two? Promise I won't spend it on Samuda. Okay, if I'm being honest, I actually will spend it on Samuda, but don't let that put you off. My life is already a You can't make it any worse. I promise. Some days it is, and some days it isn't. Some days I like to wake up and it's a fun little thing I do with a Mala pistol. But I guess I haven't won yet. I'm still here.
Not like a bullet. But I've failed at every other important job. You don't know the half of it. But for now, if you're not part of the solution, that's precisely what I'm saying. So how about it? Ooh, face down in a Samuda haze. Now you're speaking my love language. You ask too much, stranger. I've spent the last years ridding my life of obligation. And nothing personal, but you don't look like you got what it takes. I know a soldier when I see one, and you ain't it. Yeah? Well, I make soldiers, not killers. And they're not the same thing. Huh. You're not going to stop harassing me until I do, are you? How do I even know you're worth my time? Face down in the gutter. I'm still the best damn combat instructor sucking air. No, don't answer. That's not the kind of question you answer with words. You answer with results. All right then, Boot. You want a mission? I'll give you a... I need you to find a slaver camp in the Haga Basin. Nothing special, just your run-of-the-mill flesh peddlers. These particular slavers are said to possess a technology I'm looking for, called servo-stim transmitters. I want you to kill all the slavers and take their stuff. You keep everything but the transmitters. Those you bring to me. Pull that off, Boot, and I'll teach you not to look like such a boot. I'm in Sergeant. The details are in the...
Salutations. What business do you have with House Motelli? My name is Americo Motelli, second nephew to the Count himself, Flambert Motelli. I am here to represent the interests of my uncle and great house on Landsrat business. I'll vote on behalf of my house on the decrees that best serve House Motelli and our closest... I wonder... Are you a friend of my house? House Motelli is known throughout the Imperium for collecting information and data, in much the same way other great houses collect spies. Of course, our most prized asset is the Motelli Archives Complex. The most comprehensive repository of knowledge in the known universe. Imagine a library, but on the scale of a city. Then, of course, we have the School of Diplomacy and Intergalactic Relations. More than a third of the current Landsrat body count that whether one seeks to buy or sell knowledge, look for the oldest gathering place.
Yeah, what's your pleasure? You looking to stab, perforate, or vaporize? Tactical or fanatical? We have the tools to suit your every murder need, my friend. The Padishah Emperor is his proper address, I'll thank you. Or His Imperial Excellency, in the improbable event he was to grace you with his presence somehow. But in answer to your question, the portrait of the Emperor is both an icon and a metaphor. It reminds us that while the Emperor cannot be in all places beneath his gazer is. And why not? The enemies of the Imperium are legion. They gather in the shadows to plot the downfall of all that is right and good. Only the Emperor and his god-benighted Sardaukar legion stand in opposition. The Fremen savage dared to challenge the might of the Imperium, and look what happened to them. You looking to kill something up close or from afar? You're looking for a long gun then. Don't worry, got you covered. Of course it depends on the distance you want to keep. It's a high-spread scattergun that will turn a room of soft targets into a sticky pink mist. With the 44, you're guaranteed to be the last heart beating in the room. But if we're talking run and gunning in the Badlands, you're going to want to maximise range and firepower. For that, Chom has us covered once again with the Raptor 4 main battle rifle. Everyone knows the Raptor 3 as the long gun that put down the Akazi revolt, but Chom engineers have redesigned the platform from stock to muzzle. And now, the Raptor 4 is the absolute pinnacle of accuracy, durability, and kill. But don't take my word for it. Ask the Fremen! Oh, but if they weren't, they tell you the Raptor 4 was battle-tested right here on Arrakis. So, if it's good enough for the Sardaukar, it's sure as hell good enough for you.
I only trade with those who have the favor of the Landsraad by
Tonight, we focus on the pulse of
I'm afraid you do not have the favor of the Landsraad.
From the halls of the governor's palace to the
My apologies, but I am off.
power is shifting like the dunes. Let's dive in. The Atreides
Sorry, but I...
fragile or firm?
Welcome. Would you like to deposit or withdraw Solaris? How much Solaris would you like to deposit?
Hey there. What do you need?
Oh, hey there, friend. Looking for anything special?
You look a little lost, friend. You got somewhere you need to be. Music to my ears. Where do you want to go? Can I fly you somewhere today? Music to my ears. The basin is a pretty big place. Could you narrow it down a little? I never miss the chance to let Smiley verbally abuse me. Let's move before it's...
You might have seen my little pyrotechnics display, Offworlder, but whether you did or not, the long and short of it is that I must go, and quickly. The Sardaukar have my scent, and the Emperor's hounds are not known for their mercy. I do not know when we will meet again. Continue to follow your path. Let the desert teach you as you walk in the footsteps of the Fremen. Find allies. It is hard to survive without friends. And remember, Arrakis will sharpen you, Offworlder. Make sure you become the right kind of blade.
Tired of toiling in the scrap fields for weeks just to lose your best salvage to the Kirab? Then why not join the Kirab? Live a life of freedom. Take what you need. Be subject to no master. I am in need of a few sturdy companions, skilled with guns, blades, and strong enough to carry all they need. No member of my band has ever perished of thirst, hunger, or sandstorms. Soon we will go for spice. Seek out Mirilla the Sly at the Sucalusos to learn more.
Identify yourself.
Someone's here. We've got you covered. Tossing grenades.
Enemy found.